Hey, how you doing, everybody? Sarasota Tim, coming to you from Boynton Beach, Florida, Palm Beach County. On my way to UFit Gym, my buddy called. He calls, he says, he texts, I can't make it, then he can make it. And I have to talk to him this morning. You're either in or out. So anyway, I just wanted to tell you guys that today I'm making some money. I got a gig in Palm Beach, on the island of Palm Beach, here in Palm Beach County, Florida, doing a gig at Publix, passing out, it's an alcoholic beverage, Chandon, wine, spritzer, whatever. Looks like a bottle of champagne, but it's a sparkling 11.5% alcohol. And I got my little cups ready, and I'm going to be really dolled up today. I'm wearing a black vest instead of my burgundy one. I even have a black shirt I might wear, or I'll wear a white one with my bow tie. But I'm going to be looking snazzy, and I'm going to be passing out those little sips to everybody on the island of Palm Beach. Wonder who I might run into. Interesting. I mean, it's a Publix. Most of those people over there, they don't really do their own shopping. They have people that do that for them. So what I do meet when I'm doing these things at Publix is I see a lot of people that are doing that nursing, convalescent care for people, and they take them shopping. They're very, very, very old, and they can't go by themselves. They can't drive. But they want to be able to get out of the house and feel some sort of, normalcy. So they'll have these nursing aides that bring them to Publix, and they'll come by and they'll get a sample from me. And, they're really up in the years, but they'll have these aides with them. That's very big down here because we have a lot of senior citizens. And speaking of that, I would like to just add a comment regarding health and age. I've been reading a lot of comments that people share their health issues that aren't that old at all, with their backs or other things, cancer, and just different debilitating health issues. And I was telling Miss Tammy this morning, I said, you don't really talk about that when you're younger. Even when you're almost middle-aged, you still think life is forever. And you don't ever mention anything about, well, we better start preparing for, we're getting older, or things could happen, or, we could die. So when I read these stories that people are sharing in the comments, I'm the kind of person right now at 64 years old that is in nearly perfect health. I mean, I can run a mile. I can lift, over 200 pounds on a bench. I can, I have endurance. I'm strong. All my organs and everything are working. I have no problems. I don't have diabetes. I mean, I'm fine. Having said that, people that have these health issues, what happens is, sometimes there are hereditary issues. They wake up one day and they say, oh, something's not right. Something doesn't feel good in me, or something's itching, or something, I got this lump, or something. I don't know what the symptoms are, but I'm sure there's a variety of things. Then they go to the doctor and they glean and are diagnosed with something terrible. Even if it's half terrible, listen to this part. If they are in their 60s and now they have to stay close to their doctor to get these treatments, and they have to continue to go, or it's something that's going to debilitate them from driving and really enjoying a healthy life. That's why it's important to live every single day. That's why it's important to know your Lord. That's why it's important to pay compliments. That's why it's important to think healthy. That's why it's important not to drink alcohol, smoke cigarettes, or do any other kind of narcotic or drugs that you know are unhealthy for you. Be cognizant of the fact that you've got less runway in front of you than you've got behind you. And no matter how good a health you're in today, including myself, I'm speaking to myself, you can wake up tomorrow and there's nothing that any person in the world, I don't care how much money they have, if they're laying horizontal on a bed, there's nothing they wouldn't give to be able to just do what I'm doing right now. Get in my car, drive to the UFit gym, and play around with some weights, to walk down the damn road. So if you don't think health is wealth, forget all this business about you're going to work yourself to the bone and collect a few $100 more on your Social Security, or put a few dollars more in a 401, or think that you've got everything forever. You know, there's an old story in the Bible where a guy, he says, he looks around at himself and he says, oh, I've done really good. You know, my barns are full. You know, my storage is full. I can take it easy. He says, I know what I'll do. I'll tear down my barns and build bigger ones and have even more, and I'll be on easy street for the rest of my life. And the good Lord said, you fool. You don't know the future, and in this evening, your life will be taken from you. So don't think that you are too smart for your britches, that you're going to plan all this stuff. He's got the last say. So you better get tight with him. You better get to knowing him. You better turn your life around. You better turn off that noise. You better stop, listening to that propaganda. You better stop falling into the pool of hate and discriminating against other people. You better start to do what he commands you to do, and that's to love. And if you do that, you're going to be blessed beyond your wildest imagination. I didn't work for a company for 30 years and draw a pension. I wouldn't change what I have. People have said some comments to me about, I didn't plan for the future. Listen, the 33 years I worked for myself, I worked less than I'm working now. It was very lucrative, and I met people. It was my calling. I'm a communicator, and I wouldn't change it for nothing. I don't care about that pension. My needs are being met. I'm being blessed. I have Miss Tammy in my life. We collaborate things, and as long as you have a roof over your head, a decent vehicle to drive, food in your belly, and a few dollars in your pocket, you're a rich man. So don't think that you've got to amass all this wealth. Don't get caught up in the worldly ideas. When I was young, I wanted to be a millionaire, and there's nothing wrong with money. Money is not a problem. When the Bible says that money is the root of all kinds of evil, it's not the evil, it's not root of evil, it's kinds of evil. That when people start worshiping it and they start seeing their wealth build, like the guy in the Bible, I'll build bigger barns, I'll buy more Airbnbs, I'll buy more houses, I'll put more in my 401, I'll keep working this job until I'm 67 or 70. And then boom, your life is taken from you. And you left it all for what? There's no U-Hauls behind those hearse. So, folks, if you're in your mid-50s, which I think should be retirement, 55 years old, it just sounds like, you get AARP at 55, it should be the retirement age. If you say you can't collect Social Security because you don't have enough money on Social Security to pay your bills, I never said collect Social Security and you're on easy street and you can start traveling the world and all your bills will be paid and it's this infinite check that it magically pays for everything. I've never said that. I've said start living your life. Take 20 grand and work $20,000 of hours less. Quit that job that you're giving 40 hours to. Get a part-time side hustle. Change your career. Do something that's fun, exciting, that you like doing. And then you still have all these in-between hours and days of the week and many days of the month that you can plan so many things to do. Go to the beach, go golf, Take a trip. Go see some family you haven't seen in a long time that doesn't have time off. Go see them. Sow some oats. Check off your bucket list. Look for a deal on a cruise. Take yourself a little cruise. Whatever blows your skirt up. But start to live your life before, your life is snuffed out. The Bible teaches that our life is nothing but a vapor. It's here today and gone tomorrow. In the sense of time to God, that's really all it is. I mean, think about it. Yesterday, I was in high school. I'm sure you feel the same way. Look how fast it goes by as you get older. And we're not going to live forever. So I'm just saying, you do need a little side hustle, or if you have put some money in savings to supplement your Social Security, you do have to do something. But really the key to where you don't have to do much or work at all, which you should because it's just good for you, it's healthy. But you got to get out from under the debt. You've got to lose, all of those streaming services and multiple credit cards and multiple car loans and all these people you're paying to come to your house because you don't want to cut your own grass or wash your own car, or I'm going to pull over here, or clean your own swimming pool, or these kinds of things. Get rid of all that. Cut it out. And if it's not affordable, then sell that house and move into a condo where they cut your grass. Get you I don't know. It's not for everybody. But there's things you can cut back on. Slim it down. Start now. If you're in your 50s and you got another dozen years before you can collect it at the earliest age of 62, start being cognizant of that. You take a car loan out that's 6 years, or you take a credit card loan out that you could be paying on for 15 years. Don't be in the trick bag where all you're doing is, behind the 8 ball every month. You continue to stress. Final word. I'm at the gym. Be kind. Compliment people. Seek Him first, and all these things shall come to you. Hit your knees, not in front of people. Don't show what you're doing. In the privacy of your own time, right now in your car, wherever you're at, thank Him for what you have. Pray for that health. Pray for others that are suffering. Be selfless. Give where you can, whether it be money, a kind compliment, mow somebody's grass, pick them up something at the store. Sow these kinds of seeds. Those are what are rewarded. Those are the people that go through this life with all the stuff that you hear that's so terrible, without any issues, without any sadness, you have bad days, but they don't really endure life. They're living life, and they're living it the happiest. You can see it in their face. They show it in the way they speak. They're so honest. They're almost like too honest, They're not cynical. They're not, walking around with a frown on their face. Just change your life. You can do it today. Just turn from your way. Give it a try. It's addictive. You'll see. And you'll start to enjoy your life immensely. You'll start to crush it.